AZAM.
I think Cave Creek is neat because you have everything. You have like a couple of biker bars, you might call them up there. You got what's the buffalo chip, Tom, that's so fun, where you can ride a real bucking bull. Some really nice high-end restaurants like Ofrenda, you just showed us up there. And then, you know, you can really get to your cowboy roots here in the Cave Creek Museum.
Yeah, the Cave Creek Museum it's like a small little gem not many people know about, but I do love it up here as well. And over the years, as we've done more and more live shots, I've created more and more friends. And they've actually got a Chicago Bears bar up here too, with my friends. So if you want to stop by there, but you know, they've got all kinds of fun folks up here and great restaurants. But this is really a cool place. And I'll be honest with you, I've never been here, but it is the Cave Creek Museum. And I've got Elizabeth Kapp with me, who is the curator. Hi, Elizabeth.
Hello, how are you doing?
Good. She's a Rochester girl from New York. She's an upstate New York gal. So she's happy to be in the desert, just like get out of that snow, right?
Oh, indeed.
Let's take a look at this sign really quick. There's so much history in there. Where does it all start for you, Elizabeth?
Well, it really starts, this sign might say 1870, but it really starts way before. So if we head into this wing.
Yeah,
so
and this is kind of cool. You have different wings. This is the archaeology wing.
Yes, so it really dives deep into the story of the prehistoric peoples here in the desert foothills and some of our neighbors around. So over here we got the Salt River Pima all the way up to the modern day.
Yeah.
Yep.
And this is so cool. This is what it looked like back in the day. I love this installation. Some of this pottery, how old is some of this stuff?
Oh, thousands of years old. We've got,
right?
up to 2,000 years old. Wonderfully recovered by wonderful archaeologists, both professional and volunteer.
Well, it's absolutely the coolest, but as we make our way through here, all of these photos give you a timeline, don't they?
Yes, they do. They do.
And the other thing is, when you come through here, you can make your way through their store, and of course, they've got scorpions, you know. If you want a little paperweight with a scorpion in it, they've got that. I'm not sure if they have the lollipops with the scorpions, but a lot of great books from Arizona authors as well, huh, Elizabeth?
Yes, indeed. Would recommend some special Cave Creek stories that we have, because Cave Creek has a lot of hidden treasures, both in objects and in stories, and that's our job here to dive deep.
Yeah, now you've been here since 1970. That's how long this guy's been here, huh?
I wouldn't be surprised.
Hey, let's make our way over. You have this new installation. We'll let Brian lead the way. I love this new setup. Tell everybody what this is all about, this wing.
So this kind of picks up the story from the other wing around 1860. And it's a roughly chronological timeline. And it goes around the room, starting with the Yavapai people who first lived here, into the Anglo miners and the military.
I was going to say, a lot of mining in this area.
A lot of mining, yep. Yeah. Mostly gold, not really copper. We are special in that regard.
Really? And then you move on to the ranching.
Ranching, homesteading, and tuberculosis. We have a tuberculosis cabin outside.
What is the link to tuberculosis? Why was this a center for people to come here?
So there wasn't a cure for TB until the early 1940s. So one of the only real cures that people could have was the clear, dry desert air. And so that's why so many thousands of people came to Arizona and specifically here to Cave Creek.
How about that? That's so cool. My favorite part, come on over here. I used to listen to this album all the time. Gordon Lightfoot, are you kidding me? Carefree Highway? There you go. It's all about it right there. Yeah, that's one of the parts of the museums, and there's a lot of great photos in there. So much history, you guys. If you take your time and cruise through here. Plus, you can check out the rodeo, which is more like a bowling shirt, but that's a rodeo jacket. How about that? Pretty cool. Yeah, the Cave Creek Museum. Coming up in my next hit, you guys, I'm going to take you outside. They got a bunch of really cool stuff out there as well, Troy. But pretty cool. If you have time to come visit it, you really should. It's neat.
It looks like you on that album cover, Tom. I bet, do you ever like rock a fro like that back in the day? With like your chambray shirt and your fro?
A, I never had the curly hair. B, it would take me 5 years to grow a mustache. And I don't think I have sandals like that, but I do have a guitar.
Okay, so we could probably set you up and look pretty close. Thanks, buddy. That's neat.
Welcome back. We're going to go back up to the north part of the valley. Tom Fergus is at the Cave Creek Museum. You were panning for gold thinking pizza. I was thinking maybe you would put together a new ring for Linda.
Yeah, I could make like a necklace. Well, if I did that, it probably would have been just a bunch of little rocks. So that I could probably do that just getting them from the desert. I don't need a pan for that. I could probably make that. But that is kind of a fun thing that they have. If you bring your kids up here, they can pan for gold just for grins. But I've got Remington Pettis with me. Remington, what's your title again?
Museum Program Coordinator.
Where'd you grow up?
I grew up in Orange County, California.
Oh,
I've been here for about 5 years, but newer to the Cave Creek area, so.
California girl, very cool. I like where we're at. This is a lot of neat stuff out here. First of all, tell me what this monstrosity is over here on the left. That thing is cool, and I know you guys fire it up every once in a while.
Yes, so every second Saturday of the month, we fire up the stamp mill. It is one of the only original ones, and it's still same mining district, so it's about 5 miles from its original location.
From where it originally was. So basically that thing was just crunching rocks.
Yes, so it crushes up ore because a lot of the gold up in this area was within other minerals, so it crushes the ore and then has filters to catch the small particles of
So it
gold.
just keeps crunching those rocks. My brother Tim does that with ice. He just crunches it all the time. Hey, what are these things I'm looking at here? This is some really cool old mining equipment that you have out here, which is really cool to see.
So alongside the stamp mill demonstrations, we also fire up the steam engine. This is a local Cave Creek artifact. And we also do blacksmithing demonstrations. And then over here, our gold panning display just was finished being built in November, early November.
Yeah. So you get the kids out here, they start panning for gold?
Yes, we've had quite a bit of visitors so far.
Yeah.
But it's really exciting. We have a whole team of miners that have led this whole program. There's 88 total in the program, and Cave Creek has the most millmen.
Before we end up, now see this building down here, you guys? This used to be where they used to keep the museum. How old is this church? Is what it was originally, wasn't it?
Yes, so this is the first church in Cave Creek. It was built in the 1940s, and it used to actually be the museum. So this was the museum up until 1986 when our current building was built.
Yeah.
They had services in here up until 2004.
Yeah, very cool, you guys. Well, we're running out of time, you guys. If you get a chance, come up to the Cave Creek Museum. Look them up online. They're on Instagram as well if you get a chance. Great place to take a knee, by the way.
Very cool.